Exam question, we're going to have a look at using the discriminant to show that where there's no real roots. So first of all quadratics are in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. A is the term before x squared, or the coefficient of x squared, which is k in this case. B is the coefficient of the x term, which is 6k. And c is the constant at the end, which is just a positive 2. Now, what we do where there's no real roots is we find b squared minus 4ac, an expression for that, and we set that as less than 0. So let's do that. So b squared is 6k all squared minus 4. I'm going to write this in brackets because when you write brackets close together, that just means you're multiplying them. Multiplied by a, which is k, multiplied by c, which is 2 in this case. 6k squared, well, 6 squared is 36. K squared is just k squared. By the way, you set this as less than 0, like I wrote here. 4k times 2 is 8k, so minus 8k all is less than 0. What we're going to focus on now is plotting this curve very, very briefly. How we do that is we need to find the points of intersection with the axes. So 8 goes into, no it doesn't actually, 4 goes into both terms and k goes into both terms. So we can factor out 4k from the left hand side, in which case we put 9k for the first term, because 4 times 9 is 36, k times k is k squared, and then minus 2. All is less than 0. Again, because we're only focused on plotting the curve for now, we know that this curve hits the x-axis when its y component is 0, which is when 4k is 0. So that's when k is 0, or when 9k minus 2 is 0. Add 2 to both sides, so 9k equals 2. Divide both sides by 9, so k is 2 over 9. So very briefly drawing this curve, we know that it crosses at 0 and 2 over 9. So we know it'll look something like that. Now why did I draw that out? We're interested in where this curve, this quadratic, is less than 0. So that's where it's less than below the x-axis, because that's when y is negative. Y is negative in between these two x values. So between the values of 0 and 2 over 9. So between when k is between, sorry if I'm saying x, it's just because I'm used to dealing with x-axes, but it's k in this case. When it's between 0 and 2 over 9, that's when the curve is below the x-axis, and that's when this quadratic is less than 0. So this is your final answer. It's an inequality. If you have any questions with that, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, please like the video and be sure to subscribe. I'll post a new video every single day. I've linked my email in the description too if you have any tutoring inquiries.